had some trouble uploading the fire signs. The Aries and Sagittarius took freaking forever to upload, so I apologize for that delay on the fire signs. Hopefully my phone will be more willing to do things. I could use my laptop, I guess, but it's easier on the go. Which my life is very busy. So let's see what your energy is like. What's going on? We just had the full moon in Capricorn, the buck moon, and that was intense as fuck. I feel like I'm in a whole new dimension. So let's see what you guys are feeling, right? Collectively, what is this full moon bringing? May this message find who it is meant for. Khadga. A predestined series of events is due to occur according to divine timing. This has been orchestrated at a higher level to integrate the paths of people with whom you have soul contracts in this lifetime. Trust in the doors that close just as much as in the doors that open as a result. Chinnamasta. In order to grow, the soul may need to separate itself from that which it once relied upon. Oppression will be overcome. Do not cling to what has been. Sometimes the best way to heal from the past is to cut it off completely and focus on inner regeneration and reorientation towards a more fulfilling future, and you shall know true love and freedom. Kundalini Shakti. Significant inner shifts are taking place. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. You may feel that resolution is hard to pin down at this time. Lean into unfamiliar territory with boldness, tempered by patience. You will become capable of many things on many levels that you were not capable of accomplishing previously. You shall arise. A fresh path is signified. Kali Mahamaya. When a situation becomes unnecessarily complicated or confusing to your heart, Kali Mahamaya arises spontaneously as a protective bearer of universal truth. Ultimately, her revelation shall lead you beyond that which is deceptive or not right for you. This you are promised. She protects you from that which is unworthy of your heart and seeks to constrain your spirit. Alright, so that's a pretty heavy fucking message right off the bat, guys. Damn. You know what? This makes me want to tap into the Mystic Marsh and see what kind of energy you're dealing with, because you are obviously like letting go, like big shifts are happening. A predestined series of events. That's pretty exciting. Let's see what that means, you know, like what's happening. Here we go. Yeah, so we've got shadow self, denial, projection, and shame, right? And then Men in Black, stalking, intimidation, and confrontation. So you may have people lurking. You might have some haters. Also, I feel like as you deal with your shadow self, like, you know, a lot of shit comes up and you have to kind of navigate your way through. My best advice is to not be reactive to your situation. It's the easiest thing to do, to be reactive. The hardest thing to do is to not be reactive, right? So, like, when shit comes up, really give yourself a moment to process and be like, alright, here's what's happening, you know? So you're being watched. This could be on, like, social media or whatever, you know, and this could be haters, just, you know, people that you have to let go of, right? People who, you know, because it says, where was it? Yeah, this, in Kali Mahamaya, it leads you beyond that which is deceptive or not right for you, right? So things that are not right for you are going to fall away. And in order to grow, the soul may need to separate itself from that which it once relied upon, right? And it's telling you not to cling to the past, you got to cut it off completely. And I feel like this could be that energy that's kind of like haunting you a little bit, this past energy. Somebody from the past that doesn't want to energetically let go of you. So, let's see. And something I just noticed, but I never really noticed before, is that there's more than one spy here. There's like a few, right? So there could be a few different people, a few different energies kind of observing you at this time. I really want to clarify that. I want to see like what is observing me. So I'm going to lay this out and then we'll go through it. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is you completed a cycle with this Four of Wands, right? It says right at the bottom, completion, right? And we see a cycle right here. So, completion of a cycle here with this Prince of Swords, right? Prince of Swords is kind of not super mature. It's not the Emperor. It's not a king, It's not even a knight in level of maturity. The Prince of Swords comes with a sense of entitlement, right? The Prince of Swords is very cutting, very brass, very everybody is beneath them, kind of energy. And you can really see that illustrated in this picture. And with the Four of Discs in reverse, it's like they feel like you took a sense of power away from them when you walked away, because with the Queen of Wands, it's like you chose to be more mature, to live in your truth, and to really live life according to your highest good, right? You're really thinking with a mature mind now, right? With the Seven of Discs in reverse, you may have recently had like doubts or fears in regards to this Prince of Swords. But I see that like you will be successful in your endeavors here, because what they've put you through is kind of unfair and it's beneath you, honestly. And they don't even realize it, but it's beneath them also. They just need to get to that level of maturity to understand that. With the Six of Cups, I see pleasure, right? I see debauchery. So I kind of want to clarify the Six of Cups. What does this mean? Yeah, so debauchery is why you walked away from this connection. With the Queen of Cups in reverse. It's like maybe they were indulgent in ways like it could have been drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex. You know, they could have been cheating. Whatever the case is, they like forced you to fall out of love with them. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like you no longer could harbor any feelings there. With the Hermit in reverse, could be Virgo energy, or it could be you stepping outside of your shell, and kind of like having to step away from this, you know, really go out into the world and experience something different, right? Something outside of your comfort zone. Ace of Cups in reverse. This individual doesn't have a lot of self love, and that gets projected into the relationship. Their fears, doubts, insecurities, jealousy, all that shit gets projected right onto you. And so you had to walk away from this, right? Because you saw that they just couldn't love themselves, and as a result, they couldn't love you. Four of Cups in reverse. This could have been like a long term or very serious kind of relationship, something that you were very committed towards. Seven of Wands, it's like they really gave you no other choice but to look to go anywhere else. You're right to leave that situation behind. Not to anyone else, but anywhere else. You needed to get out of that situation. Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like you didn't even want to fight. You're just like, it's just over. It's just, there's nothing left to fight about, you know? Even though they're in that Prince of Swords energy, still kind of trying to bring it. Also, with the Knight of Swords in reverse, I see them maybe even reaching a level of maturity and humility where they decide to maybe stop fighting and trying to see how they can integrate a life now, with these changes. You may be causing them to mature, you may be causing them to see things from a different perspective. Alright, so as a result of walking away from this, for both parties, I'm seeing this is kind of like they get this too. Sorry, my eye is really itchy right now. I'm sure there's some spiritual meaning for that. But yeah, so the lovers shows up, right? So maybe you found your person, right? This is Major Arcana love. This is main quest line love. This is a Gemini card. The Gemini is represented by the twins, the duality, the polarity, right? And this is the twins coming together. With indolence in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, this is something that you're not lazy in. This is something that you actually want to put in the work and not walk away from. With the Sun, I see inevitable happiness, abundance, prosperity, and even getting in touch with your inner child and being able to enjoy life. And that's Leo energy. Something that really sticks out to me about Leo energy, and this is separating it from even the Leos that I know, you know, which most of my friends are Leos. I have a lot of respect for Leos. But one thing that I do notice about this is there is this kind of a Peter Pan complex that comes with this Sun card, right? When I think Leo, I think Peter Pan. Somebody who struggles, who wants, who reaches out to Wendy and they're like, help, I need help growing up and da da da, like somebody's gotta help these lost boys that I'm stuck with, like they need a mother. I kinda need help, like, and then so I always kind of get this feeling like Leos put on a lot of responsibility for themselves. And they take on a lot. If they care about something, then they see it as a personal responsibility to make sure that they're okay or whatever. That's how I know when y'all Leos don't give a fuck. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, dude. Because that's also a side of the Leo. A part of this freedom, this happiness that comes is not giving a fuck about external things and only focusing on the things that bring you that happiness. I was trying to articulate that to my boyfriend the other day because, like, he did a reading on me, and the sun card and the strength card came out, and I was like, how do I articulate how, like, meaningful that is? I've got strong Leo in my chart, and so I like to tap into my own inner lion, my own, like, wow. Yeah, so yeah, I'm proud of that one. Having been mostly Aquarius, though, I do also, like, understand that polarity of, like, being your own equal opposite. All right. So overall, this is a story of growth, maturity, and you know what? Even the ex, that seemed pretty hostile in the beginning, it's like I see them kind of coming around and wanting to be better and not fight and not wanting to hurt you worse or make the situation worse, right? They start making better choices for themselves. And so I kind of want to do a little highlight on them, and see what kind of things they can expect or you can expect to see in them, judging on the direction of, that they decide to take this. Like, should they choose to be more mature and grow up, what kind of life will you start seeing them have, right? What kind of blessings will they start catching, right? Because as soon as people stop being vengeful and evil, that's when the blessings show up, right? Three of Discs, they start seeing the benefit and being able to cooperate with those around them, right? Like, say if you guys have a kid together, and you have to figure out, because I mean, I do see kids in the Lovers card and in the Sun card, so there's that aspect that kids could be involved in. You might have to deal with your ex as a result. With Three of Discs, though, it's like seeing this energy of being able to be, like, friendly and being able to kind of collaborate and help. With the Lust in reverse, I do see, like, there's no more, like, feelings of, like, there are no more of those romantic feelings anymore. At this point, it's literally just working together. It's no more of that, like, it's like you start seeing each other differently. You don't see each other in that same light. There's no romantic connection anymore. That part is severed. But I do see, like, growth on both aspects. They end up, doing really well for themselves as a result of kind of backing down and letting you grow as well. Oh shit, this one I did. Oh, I love this. Okay, it fell in a bunch. I'm not gonna read all these because half the deck fell, but the universe popped out, right? This is like a message directly from the universe. So I'm gonna see all the other cards that popped out to see kind of what that has to say. Because I feel like there's a karmic lesson here, and maybe when we identify the karmic lesson, it's easier to sever the karmic cord, right? Three of Cups, okay? Both of you are more abundant when you get along, right? And it's funny because neither of you want to get along. Intuitively, you're just like, ugh. But ironically, both of you do better in life when you do get along. So when you make efforts to be nice to each other, it does go a long way. Eight of Swords. Um, it's like they struggle to see eye to eye because every time either of you guys really communicate, it almost feels like a competition of who is better rather than trying to see where you guys can help each other, right? It's almost like where one falters, the other kind of picks up. But you guys don't see that because you guys have been so busy trying to work against each other. Queen of Swords tells me, yeah, like you're completely over that connection romantically. You're done. Um, with the Nine of Wands in reverse, um, you feel like that connection took a lot out of you. With the Three of Wands, they could have been talking to other people while you were together. They could have created trust issues for you or were disloyal, and this could kind of have like leave a bad taste in your mouth towards trying to be nice towards them and vice versa. Like because of their own like guilt or whatever, they might struggle. Two of Discs tells me a change is gonna come, right? Where things were shitty, change is coming. Three of Swords. It's almost like somebody needs to identify where their heart was broken. And rather than coming at it from like an egoic trying to release that, like maybe sit in that energy for a minute and and really feel it. Right? We've got Three of Discs, Three of Wands, and Three of Swords. Three, three, three. There's a mind, body, and soul healing, right? And it's like, yes, you have a new connection. Yes, that's great. This old connection still needs healing and closure because there was a hurt. And y'all are going to end up together in the next life if you don't fix that shit. And I see that neither of you wants to get back together. It's just this energy of not wanting to hate each other for the rest of your lives, right? You guys need to start dispensing your energy elsewhere. This is exhausting for everyone involved. So let me grab the oracles and kind of see what the oracles have to say on this. But honestly, I do see like you guys just do better when you work as a team. It doesn't always have to be romantic. It doesn't always have to be like that, you know, but everyone thrives here, you know. I don't know, and it's funny because I do see a lot of love in your connection, your new connection. It's not lazy, it's not something you want to walk away from, it's something that makes you feel abundant. It's just not the energy that is the heaviest in your mind right now. Right now, the heaviest in your mind is this conflict, right? Because I do see you having abundance and happiness. I just also see like some unresolved shit, right? And with Saturn in retrograde right now is the time to kind of face that. Anything repressed has to be resolved, right? Like, unfortunately, if this energetic connection is this strong that y'all are still bickering like this, then something needs to be resolved. A talk needs to be had. Because it's just redundant. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't make anybody's life better, you know. Black One's redemption. Y'all are gonna have a chance to redeem, and especially if you have kids in this situation, redeem yourself for the way that you know, that things have gone, right? Because even if you're so wrapped up in what's going on in your own heart and in your own mind, you're not taking into consideration what that is putting your child through. And right now, your kid needs as close to normal as possible. especially with all of this. If you do have a kid, I just keep getting this sneaking suspicion that there potentially could be kids involved. Let me know if that resonates with you. But whatever the case is, you're just going to keep getting confronted with it until it's resolved. Bottom line. And it's going to be something that comes up in your next connection, and your next connection, and your next connection until you energetically resolve it. In the same way that trauma from our parents is carried on into our relationships, and even going to your parents and talking, and healing that connection could do a lot of good for you as well. It's a whole fucking thing. But yeah, this is pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.